Get ready for more quirk. The critically acclaimed CBS original Elsbeth is back for season 2. CBS Thursday, Carrie Preston returns as the unexpectedly brilliant attorney Elsbeth Tassioni, working with the NYPD to catch the city's most well-heeled murderers. Every week brings new mysteries and surprising new guest stars, from Nathan Lane to Vanessa Williams, but always the same Elsbeth. Don't miss a moment. Elsbeth is all new on CBS Thursday at 10/9 Central as part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
Get your holidays started with the perfect tree in your perfect style from the Home Depot. Whether you want something that you can assemble in a few clicks, steal the show with over 2,000 color-changing bulbs, or a tree with lights that can be controlled by remote or foot pedal. The Home Depot has it all in our huge assortment of premium trees. Plus, get free delivery on over 2 million items this holiday from the Home Depot. Subject to availability. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
I'm Joe Gatto.
I'm Steve Byrne.
We are Two Cool Moms.
We certainly are.
And guess where we could find us now?
Oh, I don't know. The iHeart Podcast Network?
That's right. We're an official iHeart podcast, and I'm super excited about it.
I am too. I thought Two Cool Moms was such a fun podcast, but now it's even more funner and cooler and heartier.
That's right. It's more iHeartier.
I knew it! Check your heart rate. We're here at iHeart.
Yeah, you can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts or on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, this is Justin Richmond, host of the Broken Record podcast. Every week, I or my co-host Leah Rose sit down with the artists you love to get unparalleled creative insight. Our new series is looking at one of the most influential jazz labels ever, Blue Note Records. You'll hear from artists like legendary bassist Ron Carter, singer-songwriter Norah Jones, and guitarist Julian Lage. Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. October is the perfect time to delve into all things spooky. So this month, we're talking about women who give us goosebumps. Some are real-life creators of spine-chilling works of fiction. Others are the subjects of frightening folklore. Either way, these scream queens are sure to give you a scare. A giant gorilla scales the Empire State Building. When he reaches the top, he reveals a pretty blonde woman wriggling in his massive clenched fist. He gently places her down and beats his chest while fighter planes close in on him. The mighty gorilla eventually falls to his death, showcasing the power of love. Love for his leading lady. Today we're talking about Hollywood's original scream queen, Fay Wray. Fay was born Vina Fay Wray on September 15, 1907 in Alberta, Canada. When she was 3 years old, her family immigrated to the United States, first to Arizona and then to Utah. But her parents' marriage didn't survive the move. In 1919, Fay's mother moved Fay and her siblings to Los Angeles. Fay discovered her love of acting when she enrolled at Hollywood High School. It didn't take long for her to start getting small roles in silent films. Soon after graduating, she starred as the ingenue in several silent westerns. In 1926, the Western Association of Motion Picture Advertisers named Fay and 12 other women baby stars, young actresses on the path to becoming movie stars. 2 years later, Fay became a leading lady when she played Mitzi in the romantic drama The Wedding March. Though the film didn't do well at the box office, it made Fay a star. Decades later, when reflecting on playing Mitzi, Fay said she never had another role that could touch it. Around that time, Fay had a wedding of her own. She married screenwriter John Monk Saunders. He was 10 years her senior and a womanizer who struggled with drug and alcohol addiction. The couple was married for 11 years, but after John sold their house, kept the money, and kidnapped their 2-year-old daughter, Fay divorced him. After starring in several silent films, Fay successfully transitioned to the talkies. and at age 25, she was cast in the iconic 1933 film King Kong. Fay plays Ann Darrow, an unemployed actress who gets cast for a part in a movie filming on a remote, mysterious island. When the production company arrives, they realize they aren't the only ones on the island. It's home to a massive ape, King Kong. The island's native inhabitants worship Kong. So they kidnap Anne, tie her up, and present her as a gift to him. It's here that the world was introduced to the famous screams of Fay Wray. As she's tied up, Fay screams like her life depends on it. It was a scream that could wake the dead. It was almost operatic. This was especially impressive considering King Kong was just 18 inches of cloth, metal, and rubber. Early special effects made this little figurine larger than life. The only part of Kong that was more true to size was his massive hand. In the scenes where Kong carries Fay, her screams aren't as manufactured. To make those scenes come to life, the production crew would take a giant furry arm, cinch its fingers tightly around Fay's waist, and lift her 8 to 10 feet in the air. Every time she wriggled as if she was trying to get away, the grip loosened. So although it looked like she was trying to break free, she was actually trying not to slip through the hand and fall. The fear was real. And even when it wasn't, Fay delivered. When asked how she conjured up these terrifying screams, Fay said, "I made myself believe that the nearest possible hope of rescue was at least a mile away." She even spent an entire day just recording various screams that would later be added to the soundtrack in post-production. Though Anne spends the film terrified of Kong, Fay recognized the significance of that relationship. In her autobiography, Fay wrote a letter to Kong. She said, "To speak of me is to think of you. To speak to me is often a prelude to questions about you." The movie was a box office hit and led to Fay booking a host of other movies in the 1930s, with her signature scream featured in many of those films. After her success in the 1930s, Fay got married again and retired from acting to be a wife and a mother. She came out of retirement in 1953, but her screams were notably absent from her work. Her genre had changed. Fay played the mother in the sitcom The Pride of the Family, and her film resume mostly consisted of movies for younger audiences. Fay's second husband died in 1955 after suffering a stroke. She married one of his doctors in 1971. They enjoyed a 20-year marriage before he passed away. Fay stayed active in the film and theater world well into her later years. She attended film events where she was often introduced as the Scream Queen, and she wrote plays for regional theaters. Fay Wray died on August 8, 2004, at the age of 96. 2 days later, New York City lowered the lights of the Empire State Building for 15 minutes in her memory. All month, we're talking about Scream Queens. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow. Get ready for more Quirk. The critically acclaimed CBS original Elsbeth is back for season 2. CBS Thursday, Carrie Preston returns as the unexpectedly brilliant attorney Elsbeth Tassioni, working with the NYPD to catch the city's most well-heeled murderers. Every week brings new mysteries and surprising new guest stars, from Nathan Lane to Vanessa Williams, but always the same Elsbeth. Don't miss a moment. Elsbeth is all new on CBS Thursday at 10/9 Central as part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
I'm Joe Gatto.
I'm Steve Byrne.
We are Two Cool Moms.
We certainly are.
And guess where we could find us now?
Oh, I don't know. The iHeart Podcast Network?
That's right. We're an official iHeart podcast, and I'm super excited about it.
I am too. I thought Two Cool Moms was such a fun podcast, but now it's even more funner and cooler and heartier.
That's right. It's more iHeartier.
I knew it. Check your heart rate. We're here at iHeart.
Yeah, you can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts or on the iHeart Radio app.
Hey, this is Justin Richmond, host of the Broken Record podcast. Every week, I or my co-host Leah Rose sit down with the artists you love to get unparalleled creative insight. Our new series is looking at one of the most influential jazz labels ever, Blue Note Records. You'll hear from artists like legendary bassist Ron Carter, singer-songwriter Norah Jones, and guitarist Julian Lage. Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey fam, I'm Simone Boyce.
I'm Danielle Robay.
And we're the hosts of The Bright Side, the podcast from Hello Sunshine that's guaranteed to light up your day.
Check out our recent episode with Grammy Award-winning rapper Eve on motherhood and the music industry.
No, it's a great, amazing, beautiful thing. There's moms in all industries, very high-stress industries that have kids all across this world. Why can't it be music as well?
Listen to The Bright Side from Hello Sunshine on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.